Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I decorated my cap for graduation. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. So here is the cap, just a plain old black cap, and I'm going to go ahead and use my glue gun and some flowers. I'm going for a purple flower crown look, so I have light purple, dark purple, and some white roses. You can use whatever color you want and whatever kind of flowers that you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my glue gun and glue some dots right at the base of where the flat part of the cap and the actual cap meet, and that's where I'm going to start gluing on the flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that all around. Now I put the same amount of flowers all the way, but for some reason some parts looked more scarce than others. So to fix that, you just want to keep adding more flowers until it's as bulky as you want it to be. And yeah, so this is my finished little flower crown on my cap. I think that it looks so cute, and I was am very happy with how it came out. Why am I stuttering? Okay. So I wanted a Mickey Mouse on the top of my cap, so I printed out 2 different stencils. I ended up going with the larger one, and so then I put it on my cap. I knew I wanted it right smack in the middle. So that's where you want to place it, and then you want to feel for where the button is, and right where the button is at, you want to cut out a cross right where the stencil is. Now I ended up actually tearing the stencil just so that it could fit a little bit better, and so then when we go ahead and trace the Mickey, it is nice and flat on the cap. Now, when you're starting your decoration, and I cannot stress this enough, make sure that it is the right way. I actually messed up, and I show you how to fix it in case you mess up, but we will get to that later. So I'm just taking some white chalk. You can use whatever color of chalk that you have. It should show up in the end, and I'm just tracing the whole Mickey Mouse all along the edges, so then it looks like this. And now I am filling it up with flowers just to match the flower crown that I made. So I found these flowers. These are by Recollections, and I found them at Michael's. I got some purple ones and some white ones. I love them because in the purple package they had dark purple and different shades of light purple, which I thought was really cool, and I just loved it. I thought it gave some dimension to the whole thing. But anyways, this is what it ended up looking like, and I'm just going to go ahead and place a flower right on the button so that everything looks very nice and seamless and put together. So here is where I noticed that I messed up. It was actually, I put the Mickey Mouse on backwards, so I cut along the sides of the cap and then I spun the top. It's actually a lot easier than it looks. It was a hot mess and I was freaking out, but I was able to fix it. So I glued the top back together, I glued the bottom up to the cap back together, and then I took some black ribbon and just placed it all along the edges. And unless you actually look at it and stare at it, you won't even notice that there is black ribbon all around. So it came out pretty good. I also knew that I wanted a big black bow right at the bottom of my cap, just because I thought that it would look pretty, like lying against my hair. And I also love bows in my hair, so I thought this was a no-brainer. So I found this big black bow at Michael's. And again, I think it is by Recollections as well. So I glued it down in the middle of the bow, and then I placed some glue right at the sides just to make sure that everything was stuck on there and that it stayed in place all through the day. Now, some people will argue that the bow and the Mickey actually compete with each other because they are the same size, but I didn't really mind. I just really loved how it came out. So yeah. Now, I knew that I wanted a Walt Disney quote on my cap, and so the one that I chose was, "If you can dream it, you can do it." So I wrote it down with a pencil first, and then with a brush and some white fabric paint, I'm just going over it. Now, the first layer of the fabric paint is actually going to soak into the fabric, so you just want to do it. Don't get discouraged if you see it disappearing because it's totally normal. So once you do it once, you want to make sure that it dries. I let mine dry for about 20 minutes, and then you want to go ahead and place another layer. In total, I did 3 layers of the fabric paint, and I let them dry about 20 minutes in between. When I finished the 3rd layer, and while it was still wet, I placed some glitter on it, just because I wanted that extra sparkle. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some jewels and some E6000. I'm going to just add some details. So I added some jewels on the sides and then a little Mickey at the end of the jewel line, just to enforce or reinforce that I am a Disney addict and I love Disney so much. So I let everything dry overnight, and this is the finished result. You can't really see the glitter just because it's a video, but in person you were really able to see the glitter. So anyways, this is my cap. I hope you guys liked it and that you learned something new. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!